Greetings, YouTuber people. Hello. It is, I don't know, Wednesday. I wanted to talk to you about some pretty fun and oh my god, I'm being blinded. I want to talk to you about some stuff that's been going on in the community recently. So the people that are new to my channel that probably don't know about the whole FPV community, there is like an underground FPV community, kind of like skateboarding in the 90s and the 80s and whatnot. So there's like this little underground situation where like drones are the coolest thing in the world and that's all we talk about and that's all we do. So it's very similar to like someone being obsessed with knitting or chiseling or sculpting things out of wood. There's all kinds of forums, there's all kinds of stuff that basically gets people psyched on this stuff and that's all they talk about. And it's actually a really cool and very tight-knit community. And if you don't know about it, then check it out. We're all over Facebook, we're all over forums, we're all over Instagram, everywhere. FPV, just whatever you could search. Anyways, so there's like a big kind of topic right now about how maybe we're losing the authenticity of the videos that we're making. And like back in the day when we made videos, it was like, oh, well, we just need to go out and fly and then put music to it and edit it in a way that makes the video portray a certain emotion or a certain feeling. And now that is a really, really cool thing. And I do think that is the raw form of FPV, being able to go out, fly, and then put it to a song. And the best case scenario is you do a raw flight where you just go fly, you don't have any cuts at all, and it fits perfectly choreographed to a song, just so happen to mesh together. Like there's never been a point in time where I actually went out and flew to a song and then choreographed it together, and holy crap, in general, FPV is kind of like this tight-knit group, and there's always going to be people that are purists, and there's always going to be people that are saying you're ruining this by doing something else. And honestly, I think that there is room for change and there's room for growth. And I started this, like, I guess you could call vlogging. I mean, talking to the camera. And when I started vlogging, I don't do it daily. It's not something that I think I could keep up daily. I have too many things going on. I have too many emails, too many things to react to that I just can't do daily vlogging. Well, I say that now, I may do it one day, but you know, not there yet. But at one point in time, there was a transition between the market being saturated and it not being saturated. There was a point where there were so many new pilots coming in where it was like, all right, well, if I post a video out here, I either have to do something extremely amazing or no one is going to watch the video. And at some point, it was like, well, there's not really much more you can do that's extremely amazing that doesn't involve going to an epic location or doing something. It's not something you can go out and do in your backyard that's gonna blow people's minds, unless you're a quad mover and then you just go outside and fly line of sight and get millions of views because you're an amazing pilot. However, in the FPV world, it's all visual based and it's all on how you portray this particular feeling or this particular emotion. And then you can't monetize it because you listen to the songs that you liked. All of your songs that you liked are all copywritten and whatnot. So it's like, you're basically doing all of this as kind of like a whatever. Like, I want to do this because I want to do it. And that's the pure form. You're not making money at it. You're doing it because you love to do it. Now, at some point, someone is making a lot of money and other people aren't. And there is a point in time where people are like, hey, I've been doing this for like 2.5 years. I've put a lot of time and effort into it, and I see all the people around me making lots of money or making enough to make a living off of doing something they love, yet I'm still here flying for free and doing things. And so, you know, it gets kind of crazy. So the one thing that I did learn when I started joining Rotor Riot was that personality was a very, very important thing into growing my own personal brand and also helping community and getting people to like learn from me, because people don't want to listen to, they love to listen to Stephen Hawking just because his voice is crazy. But if you had like a really monotone, specific, boring ass guy that had the most epic knowledge in the world, you'd probably fall asleep within 5 minutes. If you have a charismatic like dude running around telling you all this stuff and showing you with analogies and actually giving feedback and talking to you and being proactive about how he's teaching you, then that is way more appealing than just being boring. So that is kind of where I was at. I was like, hey, I really want to pursue becoming a better person, growing myself, and also growing what I can in this industry to possibly make it a career one day. And then I continued to do that. I don't know, and that's where it's gotten me today. I've had the push. I had the push from my girlfriend. I had the push from my family. I had all of the support behind me. I had people around me from Road to Riot that were like, dude, this is really good. You're really growing. I can see it. You're changing. This is awesome. And I've matured so much in the last 12 months that I can't even relate to myself a year ago. Obviously, I've grown a mustache since then, but I seriously cannot probably, if I sat down with myself from a year ago, I would not be on the same page or even probably relate at all to that person, just because of how much I've changed in those last 12 months. So, kind of what I'm getting at is vlogging ruining the hobby? No. To me, I don't think vlogging is ruining anything. It's really just bringing people into your personal life, showing people how you do things, and honestly, if I'm learning about a particular thing, I want to see how other people do it. I just don't want to see it being done. I want to see people saying, well, you know, when I go out and do this, I actually will preemptively do this so that this doesn't happen. Or I will talk about this with my buddy because I need to talk about that because I don't want this bad thing to happen. So I'm kind of weighing things, and basically, like, it doesn't just happen. Things just don't work immediately. Even though it looks like that online, where everything just happens and works perfectly every single time, blah, 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 blah. There's always issues. There's always people that are going to hide those issues, and then you basically are misleading people into buying products that they don't necessarily, they're not gonna know how to use, and they don't know why they're buying them. They're just buying them because, hey, this guy uses them and now his videos are good. So I kind of go out of my way to show people, hey, this is exactly how I do it. This is what I use, and this is why I use it. And all of that stuff is very genuine. To me, I am being as genuine as I possibly can, but to other people, it looks like I'm just trying to shove things down their throat and sell things to them. I am not selling you guys anything. I am literally just going and making my quads fly, doing what I like to do, and I love making videos. I love editing, I love producing, I love thinking of ideas, I love going out with my friends. I do all of that stuff, and all I do is I just bring you guys with me, and when I go out and do it, I come home, I get in that creative process, I sit down at my computer, I spend hours and hours editing, I find that perfect song for that particular scenario, and it just comes together, and I love it. I love rewatching my own videos because it brings me back to that moment in time when I was having fun. If I'm having a bad day, I can go back and be like, hey, you know, I really, really enjoyed this day, or I really enjoyed this particular experience with this person. I can go back and I can watch that. It's basically like my diary. To me, like, this is what I do. I go out and I film and I make content, and I honestly, if no one watched it, I would probably still do it just because I enjoy making content. So I know the title of this is Are Vlogs Killing the Hobby or something like that. I don't think they are. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments, and if you have any questions or you have your opinion or whatever you want to say, just please put it in the comments below. I do read everything that you guys put. I don't reply directly as much as I should because I have so much else going on, but I do reply in videos. So if you want to like this video, that would be amazing. It really helps me out. If you have any questions about any of the gear I use, it's all listed in the description below. And thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.